Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel here, and today I'm going to play Twisted Carnival, which is a visual novel that's come out from this year's Spooktober Visual Novel Jam. I'm very excited about it. I am drawn primarily to the art style, and the music's quite fun so far as well. I'm gonna adjust the volume a little bit. So it's not too loud and you should still be able to hear me okay. The interface is also quite fun already. I don't know too much about the general premise about this, about this game. Here's the music here. There were a bunch of content warnings, which I will just link the game page below if you want to check it out. Like pause and check it out before continuing with the video, just because there was a lot. Because as this is a visual novel for the spooky season, it's quite a lot of darker themes. So proceed with caution. But I'm just about to get started here because I just want to see what happens. So let's do that. I also believe this is I don't know if it's fully voiced, but it has voice acting in it, which is also very lovely. So let's get started. Ooh, what's my name? Catalina. Oh, Catalina's so cute. Look at this cat bag. Fun outfit. I mean, as you know, I just go by Marie or Blue. I kind of want to be Blue today. Whoop. Twisted Carnival. Oh, I really appreciate that we have settings to check. There are many volume controls even for the voices. Perfect. Ooh, transparency, so we can see things behind the screen, which I will just shift as we go along. That's nice. Ooh. Might be a little... Should be fine now. Festivities, bright lights, and colors greeted me at the entrance of the Carnival of Curiosities. The air buzzed with activity. Wow, this looks like a really busy place. I don't think I've actually been to a carnival. Which is fine. I feel like state fairs are probably the closest that I've been to maybe one of these, but to be honest, don't really go to those either. Anyways, in the distance, I could make out rows and rows of booths and sideshow tents of various sizes. I'm so lucky to be here. It's such a rare opportunity. The Carnival of Curiosities only happens every 5 years. Wow, that's impressive. Must be a lot of planning for that. And it's so exclusive that people say you can only ever see it once in your lifetime. Really? That's quite not often enough. It's still a little too loud. I'm gonna turn it down to here. Okay. So, exclusive carnival that people get excited about every 5 years. You'd think you'd be able to go to it every 5 years, though, but maybe there's a lottery system for people to be admitted to the carnival. I reached into my bag to make sure my trusty camera was still there. I had managed to sneak it in. Ooh, are you a photographer? I can't wait to capture as much of this rare carnival as possible. Okay, are we a blogger? I'm sure. That'd be fun. Oh, the cute starry-eyed face. I walked around as if in a dream, taking in as much of the lively atmosphere and sights as I could. The sideshow tents were decorated beautifully with rich, vibrant cloth. The carnival workers bustled around. Game and food stalls were crowded. Okay, lots of people. In a clearing, there was a giant statue of a man. Is this the statue? Question mark. Right here, next to the MC on the background. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I think it is, because a dazzling purple cloth was tied around its base, and I think I see purple there. It almost seemed as if he was welcoming all carnival goers. It stuck out somehow from its surroundings, probably because it was the only statue, and wrapped around it was the only purple item in sight. Un- Upon closer inspection, I realized it looked like one of my mom's sculptures of my dad. Huh? Okay. How could one of Mom's sculptures be here, though? Before I could analyze the statue further, a carnival worker interrupted my train of thought and jammed an itinerary in my hands. You look a little lost. Never fear. I'm here to guide you through the Carnival of Curiosities. Thanks. I scanned the itinerary. There were multiple listings for various sideshows taking place tonight. There's a lot going on, How about I explain the main sideshow attractions? Because of conflicting performance times, you'll only be able to see 2 of them tonight. So which performer do you want to hear more about? Are they just pictures? Okay, first off, out of the 4, actually, because I really know nothing. I think, well, definitely this person right here is a jester, is from what I remember. I know literally nothing else about anyone. I love all their outfits, though. I kind of wonder. I'm going to click on the jester first, because definitely I'm intrigued. I ask about whoever this person is. Jude the Jester, Master Illusionist, is a marvelous show of mystery, humor, and terror that will delight you. Ooh. Behold as Jude performs astounding tricks of illusion, such as making objects disappear and reappear, and change shape. He'll also entertain you with his playful pranks and morbid gestures. That sounds fun. Between you and me, he's to die for. Literally? You know, if you're into sexy trolls who dress impeccably. What is that supposed to mean? Okay. Am I allowed to ask about all of them, or am I only going to ask for 2? Honestly, I'm in between asking about this person on the left and this person on the right. I'm also intrigued by you, but just by, like, I don't know. You know what? I'll ask about. I'm intrigued by this heart shape on the outfit. Okay. Who are you? Oh, an acrobat. Casey, the acrobat virtuoso, is a dazzling display of agility, grace, and skill that will leave you breathless. Watch as he performs incredible feats of balance, strength, and coordination on the high wire, trapeze, and aerial sire wheel. What is this? What is this sire? Whatever. I have to look it up later. He'll amaze you with his twists, flips, and spins that defy gravity and logic. Not to mention, many say he's as charming as he is talented. A real white knight type. My eyes must be playing tricks on me. Oh my god, he's the childhood friend. That can't be Casey. Casey, my close childhood friend, right? Of course it is. Let's be honest. To be honest, I'm not in love with the childhood like friend to lovers trope, but you know, it's fine. Oh, I can ask about all of them. Okay, I'll ask about you here. There's like a little lion. Are you like a animal tamer? I don't know. You have really long hair. Cool. Oh, you are a lion tamer. Okay. Leon the Lion Tamer Extraordinaire is a spectacular show of courage, charisma, and command that will astonish you. Witness as Leon roams free with Lionel, the fiercest and most majestic lion in the world. Lionel obeys Leon's every command, from sitting and roaring to jumping through hoops of fire. By the way, Leon's pretty easy on the eyes and a total stud. At least, that's what the others have said. Or what others have said. Okay, who are we? Are we an impartial it doesn't seem like we're impartial as a carnival worker, but okay. And we ask about you with the roses. Ooh, he's a mage. They're a mage. Okay. Remy the Magnificent Mage is a stunning show of sorcery, enchantment, and wonder that will mesmerize you. Gaze in wonder as Remy conjures up magic, spirits, and creatures that defy explanation. He'll fascinate you with his mastery of ancient lore, mystical symbols, and arcane secrets. Smart, capable, and reserved, he attracts a lot of attention, but doesn't care at all. What a waste. Oh, I can continue. Oh, could I have just continued? No, I don't think that was there earlier. Anyways, continue. Oh, look at the time. If you don't hurry, you'll miss the first main sideshow attraction.
Thank you.
Oh my god, yay. Yes, okay. Great. As I rush off, I stared at the itinerary. If I can only see 2 main attractions, who should I see first? I've lost the voice because I was doing the carnival worker voice. Okay. I feel... Okay, now that I found out that Casey the acrobat is actually a childhood friend, don't know how I love that, but I also kind of want to save the ones that I'm really interested in for later. I'm gonna start with Jude the Jester. Yeah. And then I think I might tackle Casey the acrobat's route. Let's just save here. Such a pretty interface. Okay, return. Let's go see Jude.
Welcome.
I am the Carnival of Curiosities' illustrious show mistress. You have a fun outfit. Get ready for a marvelous show of mystery, humor, and terror that will delight you. Introducing Jude the Jester, Master Illusionist. Oh, hello. Bathed in the spotlight, Jude remained motionless and silent. For a while, all he did was stare at the audience with an intense, half-crazed gaze that commanded their attention. Ooh, look at your heels. Jude jumped backwards, perfectly balancing atop a giant ball. There he became motionless again, but this time was staring at the ceiling. I can't shake the goosebumps I feel just looking at him like this. He remained perfectly still and quiet for what seemed like ages, as stragglers joined the audience and got settled in. Oh, scary. As if reacting to some unknown cue, Jude's attention snapped back to the audience, his eerie expression unsettling. The audience became completely hushed. Oh, cute. These are fun little chibi illustrations. 3 different colored balls materialized from thin air. Jude juggled them while effortlessly balancing atop the giant ball. Oh. There's a skull. Right here. Mischievous smile. You're juggling not a skull, a heart, and a brain and an eye, and then playing... Cool. Playing an instrument. He caught one in his mouth, then spat it out, so that it landed perfectly at the front of the stage, closest to the audience. He threw the remaining 2 balls, revealing that he wasn't juggling balls at all, but real human organs. Oh my gosh. Jude wickedly grinned, showing off his bloody mouth. He brought out a skull, mounting it on his hand and treating it like a puppet. Don't worry, these organs are mine. You can rest assured that each part is very well taken care of and treasured. I didn't know what to do for her voice, but whatever. After all, I used to be Jude's lover. Ever since dying in a tragic accident, Jude takes care of me so very well. I'm polished, and my organs are kept nice and healthy. Jude laughed and kissed the skull. Contrary to its words, he threw it aside carelessly. The audience was visibly confused, but were at the edge of their seats. They were probably unable to look away due to a mix of morbid curiosity and entertainment. Jude pounced off of the ball easily, then picked up a lute. I may have taken things a bit too far. How about I sing a tune and mix things up? Hello, beauties. I'm an illusionist and a jester, weaving tales of specters and darkness that festers, of the past and of the future, all intertwined into one, of blood and of carnage, of the woe you can't outrun. Ooh, I do like a rhyme. Bloodshed gives way to life, you poor unwilling sacrifice. How titillated and amazed, the better to bear our pain. If you had half a mind, you'd escaped while there was still time. If that's a warning. Be enamored and complacent. Through your strife, share your life. Whatever you do, don't pin the blame on me. I am but a collector, a curator of treasures shiny, to bring a bit of delight to a place otherwise filled with fright. Remember my name, face, and voice. We may be destined if you make the right choice. He looks kind of bored. Oh, I forgot it was the tune. My bad, I just read it. The audience seemed to enjoy the tune, but Jude scowled and threw his lute away.
Since I'm bored, I'll spice things up with a sword.
Uh-huh. Jude procured a small sword, swallowed it, and pulled it out easily and cleanly. He then brought out a larger sword, swallowed it easily, and pulled it out of his mouth and throat. Only this time, it was drenched in blood. Ooh, spooky. Jude gagged, holding his throat. He choked and gasped for air before falling to the floor. Oh. The audience was shocked, gasped. A few people even screamed for help. Lol. Just having a good time, Jude is. Jude swiftly stood up and laughed at the audience, as if scorning them for their concern. Then you just... Oh. His jeering head then started to slowly turn more and more transparent until it disappeared. Headless, Jude's unsettling cackle never disappeared. I'm getting goosebumps again. How is he doing that?
Worried about my head? Don't be, you sillies. It's right here.
I shouldn't be worried. You're right. Jude raised up his own severed, talking head.
Would a brave audience member be willing to reattach it for me?
I should. Hi. Without a response or waiting for volunteers, Drew threw his severed head into the audience. My gosh. I nearly shrieked when it landed on my lap. I wasn't one to get easily scared at horror movies or the like. You're so not like me in that regard. But his head looked so real that I was stunned for a while.
Oh, come on. I don't have all night. It's quite uncomfortable without one's head, you know.
Uh-huh. Jude rolled his eyes as he said that, looking up at me. I jolted up with Jude's head cradled between my palms. We do not look good. Understandably, that's more. I would be more than freaked out about that. I stared at the head closely, looking for signs it was fake. No matter how much I stared at it, it looked real. I sprinted towards the stage, thoroughly freaked out. Oh, what an illustration. Jude is having the best time. That's really realistic. Our MC is not having a great time. This is impossible.
Improbable, but not impossible.
I do like that line in general, like, for a lot of things. I like to say things are, they may not be impossible, but they're probably, like, low probability to happen. Or have low probability to happen, so, in a different context. But Jude the Jester is right. It's not impossible. As I approached his headless body, Jude bowed towards me, probably so I could more easily attach his head. I quickly thrust the bottom of his head against his neck stump. Ugh. It felt wild, ignoring the science of how that should even work.
Ow! You're so rough. Be more gentle.
Says the man who threw his severed head into my lap. Thank you. Jude yelped as if in pain, though it was clear he was enjoying himself. Whole once again, Jude grinned at me, then bowed towards the audience.
Begone. The show is over.
Okay. His entire body became transparent and disappeared. The lights went out with me still on stage. Wow, that's trippy. The audience members were able to find their way out. Light from the carnival filtered in through the exits and illuminated their paths. But I was so far in the tent that I was in pitch darkness. I groped around in the dark, hearing Jude very, very clearly snicker at me. Thanks. His entertainment at my expense irritated me very quickly. Give me some light. If not, shut up. You're not being helpful. My lady, you ask too much from me. I'm merely a jester. Jester. I keep starting to say jester. Sure. I am merely a jester, an illusionist, not a magician who can conjure light. I scoffed and boldly tried to find my way through the dark, using my hands and staying low to the ground. Jude is so chaotic. Okay. Jude laughed at my every stumble, only increasing my irritation. You know, I should have thrown your head away when I had the chance. How naughty that would have been. I was only entertaining Jude with more of my grumbling, so I shut myself up and eventually found my way off the stage. Oh. What'd you trip over, girl? Or at least I thought I had. I felt myself trip over something and braced myself for impact. How clumsy. Jude clicked his tongue at me and caught me by the wrist. I don't need to hear that from you when you're the cause of the problem. Bold words for someone in your position. I felt as if I was hanging over a ledge, nothing keeping me falling but Jude. Oh, okay. Why were you laughing at me this entire time? He readjusted his grip and pulled me towards him, away from the ledge. I bumped into warmth, signifying just how close Jude was. Since your unfortunate human eyes aren't equipped for this, I'll kindly guide you. If it was kindly, you would have helped me from the beginning, Jude. I could hear the amusement dancing in his voice. Jude smoothly glided in the darkness, keeping me close. I could barely make out a small sliver of light. Oh yay, we're outside finally. I was more than a little frazzled by the time I exited the tent. Don't ever do that again. I scolded him, definitely still annoyed but oddly flushed. What a mood. Okay. Probably me. Probably, honestly, same. You're a bit different this time. I can't place my finger on it. More willful? Passionate? Alive? Either way, it'd be entertaining to observe you for longer tonight. What does that mean? Really, what does that mean? Do you know me? We don't know. Well, there's something about our main character's mom having statues look similar to the statue at this carnival. We gotta put it together. I don't know yet. Jude didn't respond. He waved at me and disappeared. Bye. This is too unreal. Surreal, actually. I've got to get going, or I'll miss the next show. I have to admit, though, that was an experience. I looked back at Jude's tent. Light suddenly illuminated the darkness beyond the unfastened tent flap. I peeked in, curious. Jude was talking to the show mistress a bit further in. I finally found you. You're a slippery one. I'm glad I pinned you down. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not let you pin me down. The double entendre in his words was clear. The show mistress clearly got riled up for a moment, but calmed herself.
I see.
I don't know why I bother coming to speak with you at every carnival like this, but seeing as how preparations are complete, I've come to remind you to do your part and shepherd the lambs as is necessary. Whoa, what does that mean, show mistress? 'Aye, aye, show mistress, sir. Sorry. Whatever. I'm just laughing at my inability to keep voices consistent right now, but that's okay. Jude mockingly saluted, then looked directly at me, making eye contact with his usual grin. I immediately pulled back. I could barely hear their voices now. What are you looking at? An inquisitive, shiny treasure. I walked away quickly. Let's go. We gotta go. The carnival, a sea of lights and people, buzzed with activity. I took out my itinerary. This is the last main attraction I can see. Who should I choose? Okay. Who should we choose? Okay, because if I pair them off like this, and like if I do, I mean, obviously I already saw Jude. I can't see him again, I'm wondering. Although that'd be funny. I'm gonna save at this point also. I'm wondering how the pairings work. Like, what does that mean for the rest of the story? Because honestly, if I choose Casey after choosing Jude, if I had to choose between the two of them, most realistically, I'm gonna choose Jude again. And then if I let that mean that the next pairing, second pairing is Remy and Leon, I'm going to choose between the two, probably Remy. So I kind of want to make it harder for myself, and I think I'm going to choose Remy, the magician, and then have Casey and Leon be pitted against each other. Okay, that's my thought process. Let's just pick. I want to go see the magician show.
Welcome.
Welcome, folks. I am the Carnival of Curiousities' illustrious show mistress. Get ready for a stunning show of sorcery, enchantment, and wonder that will mesmerize you. Introducing Remy the Magnificent Mage. Okay. Remy stood in the middle of the stage and bowed towards the audience. Ooh, you look really fun. He didn't say a word as he moved towards a wooden table on the stage and picked up a magician's hat and wand. He showed the audience the inside of the empty hat, tapped on its brim with his wand, then stuck his hand in and pulled out a scaly, horned creature. A dragon? A baby dragon? No way. Oh. The little creature seemed real enough as it squirmed in Remy's grip and breathed out a small firebolt. Wow. Remy swiftly returned the creature to his hat and showed it to the audience. It was empty. He then tapped his hat with his wand again and stuck his whole arm in. The hat's material inhumanely stretched as Remy pulled out a giant crystal geode. I could hear how heavy it was even from a distance as he plopped it onto the table. He didn't stop there and reached into his hat again. This time, an alien light plant with meat-eating jaws was revealed. Where is that? Where's the plant? I don't see the plant. He showed it off for only a second before mysteriously returning it back into his hat. Returning to the wooden table, Remy arranged a miscellany of objects before looking up at the audience and speaking for the first time in an authoritative, sure tone.
You see here a vintage hand mirror, a voodoo doll, and a crystal ball.
Okay, vintage hand mirror, voodoo doll, crystal ball. Great.
These objects have been imbued with magic and can communicate with the spirits of the dead and forces of nature.
Such a deep voice. I love it for you, Remy. His hands began to glow blue. These objects can perform various feats. Watch closely.
These objects can perform various feats. Watch closely.
Oh, it's just slightly timed off, but that's okay. Transparent specters appeared, lying around Remy and wailing in low tones. They're little ghosts. They look so cute, actually. They flew into the heavy wooden table, and it effortlessly hovered as he lifted his hands. He returned the table to the floor, and the spirits now flew into the very tent stakes and all. The tent actually shook, then hovered a foot off the ground. In an instant, it was back on the ground, staked down and everything.
Next, I will show you a fearsome creature. As long as it's confined in its summoning circle, it can do you no harm.
It's just the fearsome. Sorry, the chibi illustrations make me think that these things are not as dangerous as they could be. But look at this cute creature with its heads. So cute. There was a magic circle to the left of the stage, etched in the very wood itself. His hands glowed blue, and in an instant, there was a ferocious creature atop the circle. It had the head of a lion, body of a goat, and the tail of a snake. It was the textbook definition of a chimera. It roared and it tried to escape, but as Remy said, it was contained within the circle's confines. As quickly as it had appeared, it had disappeared.
Now I'm going to need a volunteer. The volunteer will experience another plane of existence.
Ooh. Remy then moved a large wooden arcane box with an unknown sigil painted on the door to the top of the magic circle. Many volunteered immediately as Remy approached the audience and looked over the crowd placidly. Oh, he looks so good. I think I also just love this outfit that you have on. The blues are fun for you. With your blue, they match your blue eyes. Very purposely, I assume. As I was deliberating whether or not I should volunteer, Remy stopped right in front of me. Ha! Sparkle. He extended his hand in a gentlemanly fashion, slightly bowing as he waited for my decision. I felt strangely compelled to accept, even though I had been on the fence earlier. I took his hand and Remy escorted me onto the stage. Now that I was closer, I noticed magic floating in the air.
This box is a gateway to another dimension.
Ooh,
There you'll be able to see strange and wonderful creatures.
fun. He led me into the box and kept a hold of my hand, and to keep me focused on his instructions. Basically, I assume.
Try not to struggle, panic, or move. Stay in the same area. Passively observe. Nothing more.
Sounds
Do
good.
you understand?
Yes, sir. Also, I like the ribbon in your hair. Also, you have a cute little, heart necklace? Or is it what do you call those? Oh, it's on your tie. But it's fun. Little nice adornment.
Yes.
I nodded, nervous but excited. Remy closed the door. I could hear him chant in what sounded like a dead language. I was now in an unspeakably strange other world, still vaguely conscious of the audience and magician I'd left behind, but unable to see them. I was in a trance and couldn't move if I wanted to, but I knew I had to be somewhere else entirely. Before me was a breathtaking triple sunset with lush plant life and wildlife that were unrecognizable to me. I heard Remy chant again. I was in a daze when he opened the door to the wooden box and a whole audience of people were staring at me.
That was... Wow! There was a triple sunset and alien animals!
Wow. I babbled a bit, unable to fully explain what I'd seen. The audience was eating it up, though.
That concludes the show.
Wow. Remy bowed again towards the audience, and they started filing out, chattering excitedly. A few people tried to approach Remy, but he seemed wholly uninterested, and instead attended to me since I'd only walked about a step out of the box. Are you regaining your senses? Transporting can take a toll on one's mind and body. I'm fine, but I don't know what to say. You're the real deal, an actual magician. Remy emotionlessly nodded, not seeming to share my enthusiasm. Where did you send me? Is it possible to take pictures? Wouldn't it be so amazing to capture that world and share its sights and creatures? As Remy listened, he seemed slightly taken aback by my excitement. He hesitated for a moment, but eventually spoke. It was another plane of existence, a reality that exists in this world, but on a different vibrational frequency. I didn't actually transport you anywhere. You were in the box the whole time, but your molecules were vibrating so rapidly, no one of this realm could see you. In that case, taking pictures may not even be an option? If they can't reach the correct vibrational frequency, then no. However, I've never tried it. It is a possible, interesting experiment. Sparkle. After pondering for a while, Remy stared at me a little more closely, as if he were paying closer attention. If I wasn't mistaken, I even noticed a faint sparkle in his eye. I've never met someone so excited about visiting another vibrational plane. Most are wary or frightened.
Don't get me wrong, I was nervous, but nothing's ever gained by giving in to fear. New experiences allow me to keep growing.
That's a nice perspective. Good reminder. New experiences allow for growth. Is that so? He echoed my words ponderously and seemed to be mulling something over.
Well, if you ever need a camera woman who doubles as an extra-dimensional explorer, look me up.
Oh yeah, I forget that you are a photographer. That makes sense. Remy snapped out of his thoughts and appeared rather amused. Perhaps I'll keep you in mind.
It was nice meeting you.
Remy acknowledged my words with a nod. Then he focused his attention on his magic tools. I made my way off the stage, and as I did, I noticed the show mistress had appeared on stage beside Remy. Remy spoke in a hushed tone. The preparations are complete. It shouldn't take long now. The show mistress, on the other hand, laughed loudly and clapped Remy on the shoulder. That's what I like to hear. By the way, you put on a spectacular performance. Did you see how much her eyes it lit up? It was all thanks to you. Her? I wonder who they're talking about. I mean, I guess on a technicality, we can't rule out other possibilities, but I'm pretty sure that's you. I walked quickly out of the tent as the remaining audience members trickled out. I wandered around the carnival grounds, trying to decide what to do next. I passed by the entrance statue, wrapped in a purple cloth, idly glancing up at it. I stopped and stared at it, finally snapping a picture. He really does look like my father. My father loved carnivals. He would have loved to be here for this one. Rest in peace, Dad. Hello, Jude. Oh my, what have we here? A wandering doll, so prettied up and dear. Okay, hello, Jude. Jude's playful voice came directly from behind me. I swiveled around quickly. You! What are you doing here?
Didn't I say I was going to observe you tonight? What's that between your ears? Fluff?
I guess. I don't remember you saying that.
No, but I'm way past the point of wanting to understand what you have going on up there. I frowned while Jude widely grinned. Oh my gosh, my speech errors.
Mysteries of fright and delight. Don't be shy. You know you want to take a peek.
Do I? I'm a little scared of Jude, to be honest. I'm curious what is happening here, but Jude really does scare me. I walked off, but Jude followed.
So, you were serious about observing me. What does that even mean?
I thought of something fun to do. You should come along. A sigh escaped my lips.
Were you even going to ask me if this was okay with me?
Jude cackled and lightly patted my head. You're so adorable for even thinking you had a say in the matter. My pulse quickened in annoyance and I clenched my fists. However, I didn't want to let myself be affected by his words so much, so I took a deep breath and thought for a second.
I know you're just trolling me. It's what you do. How about I'll consider doing the fun thing you thought of with you, if you'll come with me to get something to eat first.
Yeah, is anyone hungry? We're at a carnival. Let's get some cotton candy. Let's get some... Ooh, I would want funnel cake. That sounds delicious. Jude stuck out his hand. I stared at it. His grin didn't drop. Reluctantly, I put my hand in his and gave him a handshake. Deal. I think the food vendors were here somewhere. Ah, here they are. I walked towards a dense row of small booths. It was insanely crowded, and the heavenly aroma lingering in the air nearly made me drool. Jude followed me, truly living up to his word and observing me closely.
It made me feel a little self-conscious. Put your attention to better use, Jude. Help me decide what to eat.
I feel like we're a little too calm for whatever's happening here right now, personally. Yeah, like, yeah, we interacted, but like, I don't know who this man is.
Jude's face dropped. That doesn't sound like fun. Don't you want some? He shrugged, thoughtful for a moment. When in Rome, so why not? Oh, I know. How about funnel cakes?
You read my mind. We are similar people.
I haven't had one in years. With a bright smile, I got in line. Jude shrugged again. Human food isn't my thing, but the joy it brings them is delicious. He licked his lips. I ignored his cryptic words, rolling my eyes. Very dramatic and edgy, Jude.
Oh. While staring at the scenery, I felt a random push from behind and was shoved into the person ahead of me.
Are you okay?
Oh, hello. I recognized the voice immediately, given that I had not spoken long ago to him.
Remy. People are always eager to solve their hunger. It's not that I don't understand, but there's no need to be so uncivil. Remy, what a coincidence. Are you getting some funnel cake too?
No.
Why not? We're in the line for funnel cake.
You should join us and get one. The more the merrier.
I flashed him my brightest smile. See, if someone was like, I had asked them the question and they were like, I'm not getting funnel cake, I'd be like, oh, what are you getting then? But the more the merrier funnel cake sounds like a great idea.
Daddy issues.
That's all the line says. Ah, Remy, still buried in magic tomes while dealing with anxious attachment style daddy issues. What is that? Okay, cool. I'm gonna just skip over the lines. So something... How long have they been co-workers? I want to know. A merry laugh escaped Jude's lips. It was easy to tell at a glance that he cracked himself up. Instead of trying to dismiss us and everyone else, feel free to come along. Heaven knows you need the companionship. I was taken a bit aback at Jude's comments. Remy's eyes narrowed. Jude, still an insufferable snake who doesn't know how to control his yapping.
Is that all you've got?
Mine was better. Jude tilted his head and grinned. Remy's frown deepened. Before a fight broke out, good call, girl, I stepped in between them.
I see.
You two know each other. I wouldn't say we know each other. He's simply a pest I've had to clear out of my private library more than once. Knowledge is meant to be shared, not hoarded. And don't act as if you weren't interested in studying me at first. Remy let out a little scoff. Huh. Despite not agreeing outright to join Jude and I, Remy stuck around and even ordered himself some funnel cake. Good, after I ordered some for myself and Jude. I was handed a large funnel cake topped with a cocoa, hazelnut spread, and strawberries. That sounds good. Can I make funnel cake at home? Let's see. I have to look it up. We were all silent as we tried our decked-out desserts. This is heavenly. I'm impressed. How is this fried goop so delectable? Jude was eating quickly and greedily. Despite Remy's silence, I could see a hint of joy creeping into his stoic features. How's yours, Remy? I think that's happiness I detect. Drops face. Drops smile into, nonchalance or whatever. Whatever joy I had seen shadowed in Remy's features completely disappeared the moment I mentioned it.
It's good.
Yay, at least you can admit that. Remy looked down at my food.
Did you want to try mine? I held up my plate with a smile. Remy shook his head. He carefully thought for a moment before speaking again.
You can try mine, though, if you wish. You'd probably like it given your flavor preferences. He offered me a piece, holding the bite near my lips. Blush, blush.
If I'm not mistaken, he wants to feed me? The bite he held up to me looked delicious. It was topped with a raspberry spread, whipped cream, and drizzled in chocolate.
That sounds really decadent.
I gave the food a look full of both curiosity and longing. Should I accept?
Sure, why not? Why can't I accept? I'm just gonna say because honestly, who knows? Okay. Yeah. Oh, cute. It's already offering. I quickly ate the offered food, a bit embarrassed, but loving Remy's choice of toppings.
Thank you.
Remy looked away with a soft smile. This is so cute, the illustration. If I wasn't mistaken, he seemed pleased at my reaction. I feel like I've just witnessed something very rare.
Beating blue like a lovebird, eh? How unexpected.
Remy blinked at Jude, clearly surprised. Lovebird? I was only sharing. This kind of atmosphere is pleasant. I don't do this often, so I wanted to be cordial and offer up my sweets.
Here.
Did you make that side remark because I didn't share with you as well? Here you go. Remy held up a piece of his funnel cake for Jude to eat. Jude was tickled.
Don't mind if I do.
Jude graciously accepted Remy's offer, moaned in delight, and licked his lips. I blushed a little at the scene, but tried my best to keep my cool.
You seem to really like sweets, Remy.
It's not the sweets in and of themselves, it's sharing them. I would share treats all the time like this with my master.
He must be a precious person. I'm glad you have someone like that in your life. What kind of person is your master?
Oh, Remy turned cold. His voice clipped. He was a very wise and capable person. Remy said nothing more, and I got the distinct impression that I shouldn't have asked. Jude, as always, broke the tension with a loud cackle. You really like laughing.
Daddy issues.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Don't take offense, Blue. What did I tell you?
Daddy issues. His words were almost sing-song. Remy said nothing in return, remaining emotionless, though I was sure I saw him scowl slightly at Jude for a second. Jude cut off a piece of his funnel cake and held it up to my lips.
Do you want to try mine, sweet doll?
What are you trying to do? You know what? Sure. Yep.
Wow, yours is good too, Jude. You eat adorably, like a little puppet.
Follow me.
I can't possibly wait any longer. Let's go do my fun thing now.
Jude nearly sang and sauntered off, clearly expecting me and Remy to follow. The Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna probably end on this note for right now. This was really fun. They're both kind of, well, mostly Jude is chaotic, but the dynamic with Jude and Remy and our MC here is really fun. So, I'm gonna leave it here because that funnel cake scene was really fun and informative, a little bit of, the characters that we have here. I honestly don't know how this is going to end. I also assume that the Carnival is like targeting our main character in some aspect, but we have yet to see how exactly that's going to play out. It was nice to see both Jude and Remy's shows. So, that was really fun. I like it so far. We will have to continue this next time though, because I'm sure the Haunted Mansion will bring lots of fun things. And I don't know if I'm supposed to be making like hard choices between like declining Remy or declining Jude and accepting the other. Who knows? I don't know what the endings are here, but it's really been fun. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like to see more of this game in particular. I definitely am enjoying it so far, like I said, and we'll be continuing it on this week and in the future. Let me know who you would have picked, because I just went with my instinct of who I would pick, and it's these two. But I am quite curious also about Leon and Casey. So we'll definitely have to explore their routes later as well. But I like the general theme of this. Like, it's the Carnival, it's a little spooky, a little mysterious, magical, and all that. So it's been great so far. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye!